Naked TV Entertainment. Your world of entertainment begins here.
From the glamour of film and television to music that inspires the nation and comedy that brings joy to every home.
We bring you the latest in entertainment news, celebrity stories, red carpet moments, and exclusive interviews.
On Naked TV Entertainment, where stories come alive, where talent shines, and creativity thrives.
On Naked TV Entertainment, informing, inspiring, and entertaining you always. On Naked TV Entertainment, stay tuned, stay entertained.
Good afternoon, the Nigeria. Good afternoon, the Enugu. How you guys doing? Welcome back to our Vibe Central on the best entertainment show live on a Naked TV. What's popping this afternoon? This Tuesday afternoon. What's popping? What's going on wherever you are? I came with a lot of basketballs. I came with a lot of cheese groove. You know what we do here? Entertainment. We vibe on vibe and vibe. I still remain your number one. I go by the name Gift Obodo, popularly called Social Lawyer, aka all kinds of spicy pepper. Today on a Vibe Central, we bring you hot gist and tell you what is going on in the now celebrity world. I'm starting with my first gist, and it's all about the popular Regina Daniels and the popular Senator Ned Woko. What's going on? And we can see a few days ago that he actually celebrated the two kids he has with Regina Daniel, who happens to be his sixth wife, alone without the presence of their mother in their life. So Senator Ned Woko celebrates his sons with Regina Daniels, Moon and Khalifa, as they turn 6 and 4, without the presence of Regina Daniels. I know one thing I always keep saying is that in as much as single parenting can happen, but it's something that nobody should pray for. It's something that nobody should wish for, because at a point in time, it found, maybe for me, some people saying that Regina Dare is actually enjoying her freedom, the man should suffer it alone. But at times, just like what is going on with Alex Ikubo and the family, people just, it was even recently that we actually found out that Alex Ikubo has a biological mother, and the mother that has been circulating the internet is the stepmom, and she has not been in his life for a very long time. And Alex Kubo's only surviving sister and sibling directly from the biological mom, there has just been distance. And I could imagine and picture it in this scenario where the man is alone, catering for the children. Do you think at a point where some other woman comes into your children's life that everything will remain the same, you see yourself struggling to be part of their life? Although I didn't say that Regina Daniel and her own did not struggle to be part of her children's life, but at some point you need to fight more, because these children only, believe and appreciate the people they see often and more. No matter how you try to preach and that you were wrong, the reason why you left, this, they still believe and they still feel affection, because we're all human beings. There's blood running through our veins, and definitely, I think we actually believe that it's just not about the only parents involved. Like, there has to be companionship. That's why when they say someone is a single parent, I actually have pity on the other parent, because at the point when he wants to come into the life of those kids, it becomes very difficult. It becomes so tough. So I'm moving over to the next one. It's about the skit maker called Mommy Wa, Daddy Wa. She said, I don't even know if I will ever forgive myself. I regret not appreciating her mom enough while she was alive. A lot of things I always say, yeah. If you have, just because of this thing I just said now, I guess it's all intertwined, because I mean, in a person's life, you have to appreciate the fact that you have someone in your life who has been actively involved in your life. And no matter anything, no matter how long and this, you just have to appreciate those people for actually bringing you into this world, as for actually making you who you are today. So don't ever seize a moment to appreciate our parents out there. I'm giving a lot of accolades and shout out to my own parents who actually nurtured and bring me to the world, because I know a lot of values that I impact in the society today. It's not just only because of me, it's only me. It has just been their combined contribution. So moving over to the next gist is about um a critique about this lawyer Deji Adeyaju. He said poverty, he preached against what is just happening. He said a man's claim to that Akara business pays better than a bank job is just, trying to say it's a very naive thing. And he actually called them poverty ambassador. And they are just preaching things that they feel like, ever since we see our first lady, coming out to say that they are going to empower some of this petty business, such as akara sellers, tomatoes, and the rest. But the internet has flooded a lot of controversial pictures, AI generated pictures of see people trying to sell akara, sell corn, do some kind of petty business, and it just been going on. And it didn't leave Comrade Deji, who happens to be a renowned lawyer in the society, of leaving a whole lot of comment out there. And one of his comments is that Nigeria is becoming poverty ambassadors, where they can actually promote. How can someone say if you fry akara in a good location, after cost you will make 20 akara and you will sell like 500 pieces a day? That's 10K, 60K per day week. Like, you make better than a bank job. And this is not supposed to see, because you see people in the commercial world, especially in the banking industry, you see they put in a lot of effort. I mean, sorry, I'm just trying to be honest with you. Like, it's just an honest opinion. Don't eat me raw, because imagine the kind of stress they go. I know that they don't engage in much pressure like manual work, like the people that sell akara, that have to wash the beans, grind the beans, fry them. But they put in a lot of energy, sitting down a whole day, cracking your brain, trying to calculate, so that just one single mistake can cost a lot of things, a lot of mishandle, like a lot of, but akara seller out there can just actually make single mistake and just flush it out and continue. But one single mistake can lead to termination of your job and can cause harm to another person. So they are actually extra careful in whatever transaction they are trying to put through in the bank. So it's not an easy job. So comparing the two, it's just like comparing an illiterate with someone that is educated. Like, what was happening in my last week about Pella and the known artist Yesi. Yesi is calling Pella an illiterate, trying to do something and not going to the impact, but still earns more than the people that actually struggle. So what they say, this popular saying that life no balance, you think it's a joke? Not be joke, my brother. No be joke. Life actually does not balance. So you have to just find a way to balance it. It's just the way you're in this country, Nigeria. You just have to balance yourself, make yourself comfortable. Do whatever makes you happy, because you own your life, but just don't take another person's life. Because if you do that, you go straight to the prison, yeah, where you belong. So moving over to my next gist. And on next, someone say, things is I can actually have sex with someone without liking them. You don't even have, I don't think having emotion when you actually, you know, hmm. But there's some people that actually do things for pleasure's sake. But whatever I'm telling you, just try to protect yourself, try to protect your heart, try to be who you are. Because let me tell you something, a whole lot that you actually have one or two things with someone doesn't determine the person will like you, or someone was gisting me the other day. It was a conversation and it's pretty much live, like a lot of things was going down. He was telling me that I can actually I can actually sleep with a lot of women and still not get married to them. I can actually just settle down for the one that just. So it's just not a pattern for me. He says I actually sex does not warrant his due obligation for marriage. So That is the same way that he can actually not do anything and still get married to the person. He can actually do a lot and still not get married to the person. So it is depending on the heart. It's the matter of the heart. For me, it's a matter of the heart. And I'm gonna be the right one to say or judge or make a judgment or pronounce a judgment on the matter of heart. It's just between the person, the doer and the doer. Yeah, I would just make it very emphatic on that, present that there is a doer and there is a doer. So both of them have to align and make themselves compatible. That's just the only way to make life fun about themselves. And I'm moving over to my next one. Someone said, is that let's talk about the singer Spyro and his fiance. There's a reaction to the claim that they have a child out of wedlock, and despite being called a Jesus boy. This matter big past my hand though. Yeah, a couple of times we saw him engage his fiance, and actually they have a child before the whole marriage race. And a lot of people have got talking. Spyro is known as a godly boy, a child of God. Blah, 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 blah. Why would he actually have a child? Before getting married and the rest. And there's this popular thing they usually call him Jesus boy. So Spyro has come not to even react. He just says a bunch of food ignorance, absurd, uprising. He just made a passive comment, and it's for me it's passive because it's for those who actually think they actually know what they are doing, but actually he knows what he's doing. Everybody has his own opinion. As far as say he don't marry, if you marry before or making a baby is not anybody's business. It's only his business. And not as much as we do here is just and talk about people's life, but actually there are things. And to come in a short, a lot of things have been happening in Lagos, and one of it is the common the flood, the outpour of rain in Lagos. A lot of people's house has been flooded. A lot of people's shop, means of livelihood has been spoiled. A lot of people are in cohesive, perpetuate damage. People are just, being, stealing out of their homes, their shop, means of livelihood. And I saw some pictures where some people's goods were flooding out, and some people were packing it. Just it favors the rest and doesn't favor the right. So it's a sad thing for what is happening in Lagos, and it actually led someone like Actor Kunle Remi to say, "We are dirty people. That is why there is flood everywhere. Let's stop throwing trash in drainage and Lagos flooding." I know. Yeah, one thing about it is that trying to keep our environment, needs actually helps our drainage. Like it helps, the passage of water so that there will not be circulation of water, too much flooding on the street, and it has made life unconducive for so many people. I happen to call a friend in Lagos. He told me that he don't even know if he actually paid for a swimming pool in his house. Sorry, it's funny. Sorry, I know if he's gonna watch this, he's gonna be like, "What did I do to this girl?" But the truth is that he said he doesn't know if he actually paid for a swimming pool or a house, because he doesn't understand what actually is going on there at that particular point. That his house, not only is there water everywhere, the water smells. It smells like water from the sewage, and it is so he's like life is so unconducive, and he doesn't know what to do. Should he leave his work and just move back to the east and stay for a while, or should he just start sleeping at the office? A lot of people are passing through a lot of things there right there in Lagos, and so this is just the right time to send a heartfelt I won't say heartfelt, try to if you have a friend in Lagos, try to reach out, call the person and know how the person is faring, because this is a tough time for them, like a serious tough time. Imagine being in your house and abundantly water floods you out, your property is seen being floating on the surface, and it's a whole lot for some people, and some people are not able to go to the work because they fear that the flooding water will take them off. And I think some offices should understand and give some exemption please for things. In Lagos people are just in a hot time now, but we just hope that God, nature is nature. We can't beat it. One thing is just we can't beat it. We just have to deal with it. When I mean deal with it, just don't have to beat it. You just have to deal with it. And that is just what I just have to say. And someone say bring back the traditional guests of bringing gifts to weddings, especially Ashabi has ruined the culture. Yeah, you know, I think I've went like actually I went to a wedding one time around January a lot of things. I just, the noise, the paparazzi, everything was so loud. I was expecting so many gifts, and the person was just, just the whole dance. The person after the wedding. She was my friend. She was just complaining. She said, I spent a lot of, we spent a lot of money in this wedding, and we're still not able to recover from the people that came in, the guests and everything. At a point, I was left with the option of asking her, "Is actually you actually did your wedding actually for to collect money for people, or just to invite people to celebrate with you?" Because a lot of the expectation was very high, and her shabis were looking all dashing. You know what I mean? Very dashing, and it's probably what some people are just actually looking at for. I have some people that my friend, she said, if I want to sew some new style, you just have to attend one wedding, look out for their shabis, their styles and everything, how it's going. That's how she's gonna make her outfit for an event anywhere she's trying to go. It's going to be very cozy and good. But anyway, before I tell you my next, gist, I'm gonna go on a short break. I will be right back. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. Remain here. I mean here. I'll be right back.
Every second, the world changes, markets rise, leaders speak, stories unfold. To keep up, you don't just need news, you need clarity, you need speed, you need perspective.
That's why Aneka TV brings you the global pulse. Accurate, reliable, right when it matters most. Aneka TV. Move with the world.
Welcome back to Vibe Central on the best of entertainment show in the industry, live on Aneke TV. Now, talking about the last one, I was talking about flooded areas in Lagos and the rest. And then before let's get with that. But Pastor Ade Bonye said something. He said, "God told me the release of the kidnappers or year students and the teachers will be very dramatic, but he did not tell me the time and details. He said we should leave that aspect in his hands." Hey, can someone shout power? But it's quite very dramatic. But anyway, and a pastor talk am, no be give talk am, make una no, because I can actually feel that some people actually want to shame me. I didn't actually. I'm not the one that said it. Go hold Pastor Adeboye. He has given us hope. Hope of a Papa has given us hope. So we have to just believe. I'm not like I'm faithless, or I don't believe that there will be a time where these children will be released, because these children, I saw a clip of recent where a kidnapper was had a video sent out to the public on how one of the captive, the little child captive was faring. It was so terrible. So God, please do something, as our Papa said they will be released. But anyway, so let's move over to the next one about Anita Joseph's ex-husband, MC Fish. At least she said something, tells those criticizing his girlfriend, at least she doesn't have a past she's ashamed of. How was it shade? Should I cry? Jesus Christ. Should I cry on behalf of Anita Joseph? Like what is happening here? They have just been giving themselves subtle shade on the internet, and it's becoming like a buzz kind of thing. But I always say, don't let the internet make you cry. If you want to cry, cry in peace. It's like it's a whole lot for these people, and they haven't found their foot in enjoying some certain things that happens. But it's all good. Like I always say, it's all good. Like, yeah, it's all good. But what will someone do? We just have to watch and see the drama unfold. I mean unfold a lot of dramas around them. And there have just been some two comments, and someone said on this, I said, let these two people allow, let MC Fish allow us to rest. Someone also made a comment and said this buzzword, you MC Fish, you're not ashamed of yourself for actually trying to get into a situationship with two elderly women. Do you do something with your age mate? I would say the internet is toxic, but if you don't have the heart, please don't tweet. Don't take up to your keypad, tweet something, or try to make others, because there are people, they're active in keyboard warriors, ready to smash your head, ready to send up that message, encrypt that message direct to your heart. Can you actually deal with it? Is this something you can actually deal with? So I think MC Fish has just been going after. I don't know. I never heard Anita Joseph say a lot of things. She has just been keeping quiet, keeping her cool, but her fans are in and a lot, bashing. And they said he's just a young gold digger, digging after women that are elderly, trying to scavenge in their bag. Let me talk more. So let's just talk about the gold digging thing and how it has been unfolding. Let's go over to what Ruth Edochie said about he blames the late actor Mr. Ibu for polygamy, for the conflict in his family after his demise. Mr. Ibu did not do well at all. Ruth Edochie has come out to say a lot of things, and this is just one of it. He said, I don't want to be numbered. Here is one main reason. Polygamy has been done more than harm than good, not just in Nigeria, but in Africa as a whole. Yeah, we must call on a spade, and let Mr. Ibu did not do well at all. For me, yeah, because, listening to different wives and their opinion, different kids scattered over, properties, has just been sold off, a lot of things has gone down. And I don't know, should he be crying? And now, do you know, actually, between Mr. Ibu, I'm just being frank, between Mr. Ibu and Mr. Chiwetara Ago, I think if anyone would tell me who would do polygamy the more, who will actually, be polygamous in nature within these two, I will just raise my hand and say, Chiwetara Ago, because he, in his movie roles, he has just, giving us that, vibes. He likes it. He likes people's wife and all these things. But in actual reality, that's why they say life is unpredictable, because if we go by what they act, actually, I will hold one person, responsible for all this whole charade and drama, and that would be Chiwetara Ago. But in real life, it was not even Chiwetara Ago's doing. It's Miss Tibu that actually got married to 5 women. Like, I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 women. And now he is in the 6 feet down below the earth. Everything is going down. Shame, mockery. This is trying to tarnish the image of a legend. That his legendary honor. It's about to tarnish it. And it's not good. It's not good. I just wish to tell people polygamy. I don't know. I understand why May Edochie ran for her life. Nothing like polygamy, So, but anyway, that's all I have for you on Vibe Central. We give you hot gist and group. We tell you what is going on in the entertainment world. We tell you what and keep you updated on what our celebrities are up to. What are they doing? What is going on? And if you're not tuning in to watch and get the gist direct from the hot source, I don't know what else you're gonna be doing. Always glue into your screen by 12:30 p.m. every day, every time, just to hear our latest updates. I go by the name Gift Obodo, popularly called Social Lawyer. I love you, and I will do this tomorrow, same time, same station. We love you. Bye.
Aneke TV Entertainment. Your world of entertainment begins here.
From the glamour of film and television to music that inspires the nation and comedy that brings joy to every home.
We bring you the latest in entertainment news, celebrity stories, red carpet moments, and exclusive interviews.
Aneka TV Entertainment, where stories come alive, where talent shines, and creativity thrives.
Aneka TV Entertainment, informing, inspiring, and entertaining you always. Aneka TV Entertainment. Stay tuned, stay entertained.